Kicking off the second half, and they put an interesting graphic on the screen. Bench contributions. LA 14 points to Utah 7. I just want you to remember that when the blame cycle starts later in the year and they say that LA has no bench contribution. I mean, the pattern is so predictable, it seems inevitable.
And they're showing what a solid passing team illegal as far as the coach was concerned.
Hey, can I get one of those? It's going to be a long night for me with these refs.
Double-digit comeback.
This is traveling already. I know people don't want to hear about it, but my God, come on. LeBron gets beaten at the rim by a smaller player. There's some extra drama just for you fanboys that are impressed by such things.
What, 40-something games all of last year. It was a complete loss.
Whistle on the Jazz. Anybody know what he did wrong? That's right. He stepped without dribbling. You know that rule that the refs consistently enforce.
Team they want to be.
They'll have some time to practice together too. Luka will go back to the line where he has been living already 11.
God, it's so long ago that the NBA said that they were going to crack down on jumping into the defender that I have to wonder if it even happened or if it was in my imagination. But no, it was in 2021. Oh wow, look who happens to be on the cover. Quick reminder, this was becoming an issue. Players were taking advantage of it. I'm sure James Harden comes to mind for many of you. They were supposed to crack down on this unnatural motion that would create contact where otherwise there would not have been any. Now just think about it. When you shoot a jump shot, you rise straight up and down, a vertical jump for your shot unless you're in the middle of a layup. You do not jump forward toward the basket during a jump shot. I can't believe I have to explain these things. Actually, even more sad is there's a good reason I have to explain it, because the rule book includes wording such as an abnormal angle.
An offensive player may not launch or lean into a defender at an abnormal angle or trajectory.
Hello, abnormal trajectory, which means you can argue that as long as he is jumping forward, it's not an abnormal angle, but it's an abnormal move, period. He is jumping forward to create the contact. That is what is supposed to be punishable, at least in my mind. The only reason to jump forward from this point on is to create contact. It doesn't create a better shot for you. He can jump straight up and down now and have a better shot. This is manipulation of the game when you are trying to hit the defender instead of trying to make an actual shot. Now, I'm sure a million of you are saying, yeah, but look at the defender coming forward. He shouldn't have left his feet like that. That's true. Does that mean it's okay for Luka to jump into him? Because at that point, the defender is retreating again. It used to be that you wanted the defender to leave the defender's feet so that you could go around them or get to the side of them and get a better shot. Now it's so that you can hit the defender. Sorry, but that's just a manipulation of the game. It doesn't matter if your name is Luka, LeBron, Steph, Giannis, Jokic. It's a manipulation. What makes it worse is if we rewind to see why the defender is trying to regain the ground that he lost in the first place, because he took a blow from the offensive player who's clearly just trying to knock him off his feet so that he can get an open shot. The defender tries to make up the ground and is punished again. I mean, this is all in favor of the offense these days. Now this gets worse, because it's one thing for you to choose to argue with me when you're defending the refs, but now you have to argue with the NBA video rulebook to defend the refs, because they say this is illegal when Jokic does it. It seems to be legal when Ja does it. It seems to be illegal when Luka does it. It seems to be legal when LeBron does it. Guess what? A lot of the time it's legal when Jokic does it, and this is why nobody can understand what the rules are. The refs don't seem to understand. Let me guess, now we have to argue about which body part he hit him with or exactly how far he extended his arm. And to that, I say,
this is an excellent call. Watch Michael's right shoulder and right arm. He dips it to create contact. You cannot get that kind of space.
And let's say us old heads just need to adjust and accept that it's a offensive player's paradise now. The refs are still so inconsistent that you can't possibly wrap your head around what the actual rules are by watching a game. The announcers don't help either.
10th free throw.
Contact once. and then he gets the secondary contact.
What did you say?
Contact once, and then he gets the secondary contact.
You hear Stu Lance stumbling all over himself? Come on, man.
Contact once.
You saying that this was a foul too? This was a foul on the defense also? And then there was another foul after that? This one, that's the second foul? I mean, imagine what Stu Lance just taught people at home. Taking a blow to your gut is a foul on you. I guess I should get back to the game. Gee, I can't wait. Look what happens when LeBron has to guard an actual shooting threat. I mean, that's easy work. That's not even much of a move. Bye.
There's Bailey hitting as that came in with a ton of confidence. Maybe one of the reasons why he went down to 5. I mean, everybody was...
I'm going to get a copyright strike for using continuous footage before he moves.
Talking up his game big time, but he's got a ton of talent. Underneath, scoop and score!
At the other end, what do I keep telling you guys about LeBron's help defense? Fanboys, tell me what he's busy doing. I guess he's being the difference maker. Speaking of being the difference maker, keep your eye on this fan enjoying the Luka Doncic show.
Again, never really got a huge opportunity with the Lakers for a couple of years. Underneath Doncic, nobody picking up Luka. 4 points, but he's got...
LeBron's about to pick up an assist at the other end of this play, and I already broke down the assists in a separate video, but here's a good chance to ask yourselves why LeBron was at the other end ready for the outlet pass in the first place.
9 rebounds and 6 assists.
Say goodbye. I'm out of here.
Luke, not this time. Long.
All right, cherry picking, which turns to an obvious wide open pass. Any other play would have been a bad decision. And then you got to hear this.
LeBron, the great vision that he has had his entire career.
Oh boy, it's a good thing this inbounds pass was botched because LeBron's 3 feet behind the guy he's supposed to be guarding before the play's even over. Come on, Jazz.
Good thing that pass wasn't very good because
he was wide open.
Stu, you were kind of accurate. But guess what? You still managed not to mention the reason that guy was wide open. I wonder if that's in the job description.
As we started the evening. Lob underneath and a jam.
LeBron had one of these lobs to Ayton in this game also, and this just proves that it's not special, but they sure made it seem like it was special. Here's LeBron enjoying the show. Very important. And at the other end, we get a timeout, and at the end of the timeout, it's another tribute.
Will be a Hall of Fame career. When it's all said and done, he will be 82 players who were born after he made that debut in Sacramento.
My God, what kind of a team do they have working on mundane, stupid shit to talk about and feed to these announcers?
just slid to the rim.
If you watched my previous video, you saw LeBron James scream, "Hey," at the ref without getting touched, and a coach's challenge proved that he didn't get touched. Doesn't change the fact that he screamed, "Hey," and it doesn't change that he screams, "Hey," and one in this play. Are you complaining about that ginger little touch on the ball there, LeBron? You 250-pound bitch. Well, the announcers keep glazing LeBron and talking about how this kept his 10-point streak alive, but a piece of me just hopes that deep down inside, Stu Lance is disgusted by LeBron James, and LeBron James always having his hand out in that position and complaining about being fouled when he isn't fouled. By the way, those are his last points of the game. He plays most of the fourth period, but he goes 0 for 1 from the field and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Anyway, here is another turnover, but we already know that that can't possibly be on LeBron because LeBron was credited with only 1 turnover, which came at the very beginning of the game, which means that they blamed Austin Reaves for this. I don't know how LeBron can't get that. You could call a foul. You could credit the defender with a great steal, but you don't blame Austin Reaves for that pass. But they did.
11 giveaways tonight. George was looking to...
Yeah, he lost control off the dribble, or else he had another easy opportunity.
Hey, Stu Lance was accurate again because that was an easy opportunity. He just left out who the easy opportunity was courtesy of. Doesn't matter since he did, in fact, lose the ball blowing past LeBron.
Yeah, he lost control off the dribble, or else he had another easy opportunity.
Okay, that out-of-bounds play apparently gave Mr. Get Blown By a chance to go to the bench. So LeBron is at the bench, and it is 88-83. Oh, God. 2 LeBrons, 1 team. I can't do this. I can't analyze 2 LeBrons on 1 team. Oh, Luka. My God. Look at this. What? And then he nearly injures another player with his flop. I mean, you need to seriously find players. Look at that. His stupid-ass flop nearly injures Anderson. Referees, bring this shit to an end before somebody gets hurt. This is someone recklessly dribbling head down. That's a clean, look at that, right there, boom. Clean steal. Luka, oh my God, Luka fucking swings his arm into Anderson's face and then trips him. I guess whoever puts on the biggest show, the most drama, whoever acts the least like a man is rewarded because they called this on Anderson. The Jazz challenged this, and somebody in my comments asked why they didn't challenge some of the other plays. Guess what? They had to use up all their challenges. The refs make so many bad calls that you have to use up your challenges, and you don't get more, even if you're right. Anyway, check this out. The official is about to announce that they have reviewed it, and they're actually going to call it against Luka. And here's Luka. After all this time, after all this reviewing, he's still hanging out harassing the referees. The referee's trying to make an official announcement, and Luka's still interfering with it. No technical. They're so lenient with these guys. And yet I have to say, is this progress? Our standards are so low that I have to be like, okay, is this progress? Because they would never reverse this call if it was LeBron James. I mean, as much favoritism as Luka gets, it's not as much as LeBron.
Anderson steals the ball and is then fouled by number 77 of the Lakers.
Wow, it's almost hard to believe. It's the correct call, and yet it's almost hard to believe that they made the right call. That's how bad the NBA is now, but I guess I'll be thankful when I can be, huh? Anyway, the Lakers, despite all that, have it down to 1 point with LeBron on the bench.
Couple players down.
Who's the foul on this time?
Is that Luka again on the ground?
Yes, that's Luka again.
It's so refreshing when the announcers finally say what you're actually thinking so they can say it for you. But again, I'm frustrated. I can't let them off the hook. Apparently, these guys don't like Luka because they actually say about Luka what they should have been saying about LeBron James all of these years. Because LeBron James is laying on the floor and complaining as much as Luka does, which is hard to believe. But yeah, I guess the drama and whining paid off because there he is on the free throw line. I thought LeBron fans made some sort of big fuss about his great third period and leading the Lakers in the third period. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 91-88, and that's all happened with LeBron on the bench. The Lakers were down 5 when LeBron went to the bench, and now they have the lead for the first time in the game, thanks to him being on the bench. Of course, the refs have a lot to do with it, but the refs always have a lot to do with it when it comes to the Lakers. So LeBron isn't off the hook. LeBron goes to the bench, and the Lakers take the lead. In fact, the lead is growing. See Luka at the foul line yet again.
Doncic has 17 in the quarter. It's a 15-3.
There's LeBron. So while Luka was at the foul line, they subbed him back in, and now LeBron fans who don't watch the games will just be like, oh, look, they took the lead in the third, and it was because of LeBron James. I just showed you. Not only did they overcome a 5-point deficit with LeBron on the bench, but took a 7-point lead. 12-point turnaround in the short period of time that LeBron went to the bench. Oh, no, I know. He's the difference maker, and here he is back in the game, making that difference, observing, assistance through observance. And he is really, really approving of what he's seeing, especially Jackson Hayes putting back in the miss, which now gives the Lakers their biggest lead of the night, and it's all because of the difference maker right there.
Two guys there, and he says, hey, I'm shooting this one.
In a 10-point Laker lead. Boy, just like that.
And yet neither of these announcers are going to acknowledge the key factor in that 15-point swing. The lead goes down by 2 pretty quickly. Look at LeBron James leaving. Ladies and gentlemen, there are consequences for one of your teammates leaving and not coming back, even when you're shorthanded and the other team got the offensive rebound and LeBron still doesn't come back until it's too late. It's hard to defend when you're undermanned.
Williams nearly.
Not a peep out of these two announcers as to how that happened.
Did you think he?
Yeah.
I thought he did.
I thought he was going to miss that one.
James.
And here is what is actually a bad pass that I already talked about in the assist video that I released. But hey, forget all the points that the Jazz scored because of LeBron James. Forget the 15-point swing when LeBron James was on the bench. LeBron James celebrates this as if he shot this bucket himself, despite the fact that Gabe Vincent had to scrape it off the ground and miraculously make it anyway. But fanboys and the rest of the world just think that this new lead by the Lakers is because of LeBron James. Look at him. He really, truly lives in his own world. But you fanboys are there to keep him company, aren't you? Okay, that's it. What do you think of that periods breakdown?